Right, I should be live now. Wait for to see if Nolan's already in the stream. Nolan was waiting for everyone. Yeah, I thought I'd just do a little stream again. Do enjoy these, and Trump is obviously doing his chat, doing his speech, and obviously Nolan's just said about like, do you think insiders know what Trump is about to say in 15 minutes? Might be sell the rumor situation. I mean, obviously, who knows exactly what's going on, but yeah, maybe people know. We'll find out in a bit, but I think, to be honest with you, regardless of what's going on with the Trump situation, guys, like I'll wait to say some thoughts about things, but until I'll just wait for a few people to join in. Ethan, hi Ben, doing all right? I'm good, thanks, Ethan. How are you? Hope everyone's week's gone well so far. One more day and then it's the weekend. um, I'm gonna try and watch the Trump talk. Yeah, I've got a tab open on YouTube. Hopefully it works. Hopefully it's there so we can watch, and hopefully there's no technical difficulties with that. Um, and we'll see how that goes. And we'll just check on the market. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know. Obviously, he could say stuff and things change. Let's bring it onto the portfolio though quickly. Why is it doing that? This is technical difficulties. Brilliant. It's frozen. Oh, that's really annoying. Alright, this is why technology sometimes is very frustrating. It's just frozen on the screen when I do it. Sorry about this, guys. I hope this doesn't mean I have to restart the stream, because it's just some reason stuck on a screen. Yeah, this is quite annoying actually. Does anyone know how to fix OBS? Display capture though, it's like... Have I sorted it? Bosh! Okay, there we go. Sorted it. Sorry about that. That's so weird that that's happened. We are on the portfolio. It's kind of changed the crop a little bit, but I think that'll do. I think that'll do. Because otherwise I'll be here all day. We'll leave it. And okay, you can see the portfolio. All right, we're down 1.5% today, which I don't think is too bad considering what everyone's portfolio is saying at the moment. What's people saying? Connor, hopefully Oscar doesn't dump, but if it does, I have cash secured puts at 16, so I'm gladly take it at that price. Yeah, I mean, if Oscar goes down, I mean, I'm gonna just buy more. It is what it is. Same with all stocks. I'll see what's a good price to buy in. Daniel, good job on the channel. First time watching live, usually at work. Oh, thanks. I appreciate you sticking by and tuning into the live stream. I like doing these now and then. I think it's good just having a chat with everyone. I'm down 1k today. What's your thoughts for the rest of the week? I mean, obviously, yeah, there's a lot of people that are new into the stock market as well. So when they see red days and their portfolio down, it's a bit like, it's not nice. Because obviously, to be honest with you, if you only got in the stock market recently, you've just been seeing green days after green days. So it's a bit like, well, it's kind of a bit of a false reality of what the stock market is, because there will be down days and there will be horrible down days, and you could say you've bought the local top. Let's say we're now going to be going up into a bear market for a while. I'm not saying we are or whatever, but let's say that happens and you started getting into the stock market a week ago or a month ago. I mean, arguably, obviously, you've kind of bought the local top, which is fine. Like I did, I bought the top, especially in 2021, and I was down a lot, and I didn't really average in, which was a mistake. Um, and also another mistake, I obviously got into hyped companies, didn't understand the valuations of things or why they could be trading at that, or loads of things to get into there. But if you're holding solid companies, done your research and all that, then averaging down is great. And yes, you could just be seeing your portfolio going down, and you're like, I might as well just be in a savings account. But you've got to look at it more like long term. Obviously, it's not financial advice, but um, it could get rough, and I'm being transparent and straight up. Like your portfolios could be, it could be horrible in the next few days or months or weeks or whatever. But long term, you should be okay if you're in good stocks or even in just the S&P 500, because historically it goes up 10%. Yeah, obviously past performance does not reflect future performance, but you can't. But if you just go with the history there, I mean, history's backing it, and you're buying the top 500 companies with that. Yes, I'm not in an ETF of the S&P 500, but it's something I will move to when I feel like I've built enough capital. Because imagine you had like half a mil, 500 grand, in the S&P 500. That's 50 grand a year potentially if it does the 10% a year on average. Hit hard with SoFi again. Yeah, SoFi's had a bad day, but if you look at it in the last 3 months and year, it's had a great time, and that's just insane. 196% in a year is just insane. So I was expecting. I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting red days a while ago. To be fair, but obviously we had the catalyst of we got Q3, Q4, great quarters for companies, and I'm sure they will still smash it. But we've just got this whole China, Trump, America situation that needs to be sorted, and I'm sure it will be sorted. We got a speech that we can watch. Trump is going to be live in 6 minutes, so we can have a listen to that, see how the market reacts to that. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not bothered. Like I'm not bothered. I think a lot of people have been forcing buys. I don't know if any of you guys agree. Like looking what should I buy, or like you're like and I think it can't. That also shows like a bit of a local top in ways. It's like I'm chilling. I'm not trying not to get FOMO, even though everything's going up, because I've got skin in the game with the markets, but I've also got my cash there, 4,000, and that's all I can in the ISA. That's me done. But I will probably go into the invest account if we get like an April situation. I'll put money into the invest account and buy heavily there, because why not if they're at a discount? But I want to be in a situation where I'm like, there's so many opportunities, there's so many stocks to buy, but we're not really in that position right now. It's a bit hard to find stocks to buy, to be honest. It's so easy to get caught up in the hype with it all. Do you save your trading 2 on 2 on your browser as a trusted device? Saw some Reddit guy get hacked from logging in to the browser version and trusting the device. I can't remember if I have or not. I don't think I have got it, so you can fill in. But I will check that, Ethan. Thanks for that. I have got a thing, I think, where it's got the security to Google authentication code thing that you need to do. But yeah, no. I personally bought 70 shares of SoFi and a lot of Nibius. Yeah, nice. I was waiting for something like this, as I had 55% cash waiting still. And you got to remember, guys, it's been a day. It's been one day of red. Yes, you could say a few days of just the back and forth, but it's been a day of red. It's not been weeks. Like, I've not even bought today. I did buy last time when it went down, like when my portfolio went down quite a bit actually to like 182. I bought some then, but I'm not in a rush. Like, this could go on and on. Like, I went back in 2021, we had 11 months of just red. Like, it was awful. It was just going down and down and down. So I just don't want to be in a position where I've just bought and I've just got no cash in the ISA. It'd be a horrible situation to be in. Joe, hi Ben, I'm up £200 today. Luckily, the big deal Grail made today cancelled out the loss within. Oh, nice, Joe. That's good. Sounds well good. Evening, Reese. Um, robotics. I think Tesla's going to be my robotic play. To be honest, I just feel a bit safer being in that into Tesla. So yeah. Hi mate, literally just started investing. Just asking for some advice on a good stock to buy. All right, Zach. Firstly, I don't want to be this guy, but I'm going to be this guy. If you haven't got a free share though, because you also win, I win, you can get yourself a free fractional share worth up to £100 on Train 212. Link in the description. So that's free. And also, you've just got into investing. How did you actually come across my channel for a start? If you've only just got into investing, that's interesting. I can't give you advice on stocks to buy, but one thing I'd say to a lot of people that are maybe new is just so you can get a bit of an understanding when you are looking at a stock, and understanding is this just hype or what, is have a look at what the stock is doing, what's their earnings per share, the P ratio, understand what's an overvalued P, what kind of the market demands for a P ratio. So if it's a really high growth stock, I mean, a lot of stocks trade at very high P ratios because obviously their P will drop dramatically as they're growing quickly because it will reflect on their bottom line, which is their EPS. So I'd look into stuff like that, and then like you can look at market caps and listen to earnings calls, listen to if they're going to give any guidance on their future earnings or what the market's doing. But that might be some good little fundamentals just to get started with and seeing how you can value a stock. Obviously, Palantir is severely overvalued with the P ratio, but I think because it's such a unique company, it's quite hard to value a company. And that's the other thing. Some people value companies so highly because they see the potential of this and that, but because the guidance that SoFi have said with their EPS and the growth rates that they go in, I start taking averages of things and seeing what people have said, what the management team have said, and then I start getting numbers, and then I can start putting it in and getting a rough guide of where this stock could potentially be in a few years. Obviously things can change, but and then I've got a calculation thing that I can see where the stock will be. And so far I have got I might be able to show you. I might show on this. Oh, okay. Trump's about to talk, but if you remind me, I'll show you guys my SoFi predictions at the beginning of the year, or actually the end of last year I did, and how they match up even for 2025. To remind me about that. I think Iron's decent and Nibius is good. Nolan. I want to look into it more, but I think they're just a bit. Everything's just a bit all green and hyped up at the moment. Mo, hello Ben, love your videos, keep it up. My portfolio is 22k. How much should I keep? DCA side. I can't give financial advice, mate. I'm so sorry, but appreciate you watching the videos and the streams. I'm holding Palantir, Tesla, Nvidia, and also I don't know when you got into those stocks and things. So, whereas like Palantir, I've got a massive margin of safety. So Alex, I've only got 4,100 at the moment left. Appreciate everyone watching, by the way. We've got 63 people watching. Let me just see. Can anyone in the chat let me know if Trump is talking? I have got a stream here, but I don't know if it's the live one or he's just not started yet. So please let me know if he is. Hit the like button as well. I do appreciate that. Do you doubt Tesla then in the robots with their robot? S&P 500, Dow Jones, Nasdaq 100, the VIX as well. That's spiking up. But like, if you think about it, when we go back to April, it went up to 36. It went up quick, and then it went back down quick though. Do I think we're in a bubble? I guess in certain sectors, I think, yeah. I think some small caps look like are in bubble territory, in my opinion. But I do think like the whole AI situation, like AMD, Nvidia, I don't think they are in a bubble. I don't. The demand's there. Uh, so yeah, but the data center situation's interesting. Like the Iron, um, Nibius, like that. Those is like I don't think they are either. If the demand's there, which has been shown, the demand's there, like OpenAI. But then the thing is OpenAI just is Sam Altman just being too bullish with the whole AI situation, um, and thinking we need all this compute when we don't. I don't know. Like it's very new. Um, IVF. Let me see if he's not live, is he? Is he live? It's 3 minutes past. Obviously, people are going to say it's a bubble. People say it's not a bubble. Like that's the stock market for you. Um, so I do think like I don't know. I'll just have to evaluate it each year as it goes. Did you hear about the guy who was up 40 mil from rare earths? He was down 7 mil yesterday and probably another 10 mil today. Wow. Been hearing Amazon is in a really good position from some people. Amazon is something I've been looking at as well, but I'm not going to buy in this ISA account because, I mean, I can't really build a position because I've only got 4,000 now to spend for the year, but could be an option for my invest account because, yeah, hopefully it can go down more. Hopefully it can. It's P32. P's 32. Is it going to load? Is it going to load? Let me just double check if he's. Nope. Well, give me a shout if he is live because I don't know if I've even got the right stream. So Amazon peg. Oh my god, the peg ratio is 0.58. Even Meta. Yeah, that's interesting. Thoughts on understock? I know a lot of people put put OBJ in the chat if you're in the One Big Journey Discord. Put it in the chat. It'd be interesting to see who's in it because I know a lot of you guys are in understock. And um, what's it doing today? So Ondus is down. It's down 15% today. A lot of people have done their research into it, so they've seen where this could be, this company. I've not done that research to judge or see. On first principles, obviously, I didn't obviously like the financials of situations, but um, yeah, obviously, I guess it's very contract heavy. So if they get contract, it all turns around for the business. Um, Quite a few people are in the One Big Journey Discord. How does the Discord work? It's a link in the description, and it's £5 a month, and yeah, you've got two options. You've got the community one, which I really recommend, the One Big Journey one, or just my one where it just gives you live updates. But we're talking about the One Big Journey one, which is the community one, and yeah, on this, it's got like, to be fair, from when you look at Ondus on here, because I had a look. I mean, their EPS is saying they're going to be like break even in 2027. I don't know if I've got that right from this. If we go on the financials, da, 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 da. Like the growth is insane in the next few years from what it's like. The growth looks good. For the revenue, but then I don't know, is that going to actually happen? Do you know what I mean? Because then the other thing that I didn't like, and obviously people can explain this who've researched it and looked into it, is, well, one, if you go off the technicals, it's severely overbought on the RSI. This is on the week and the MACD. But it's the earnings, like, they've missed. There's just no consistency, which isn't a bad thing, because when you're at beginning stages and early stages and trying to become profitable with a company, you're going to have these situations, and that's fair. But it's just, for me, my period of time of investing and being an investor, I I just don't want to take on risk like that anymore. You could make some serious money and a lot of money, and a lot of people have in the Discord, but I just don't want to take on that risk um, anymore, because I just want to be in companies that look like they're about to be profitable or are profitable now. That's just the stage of investing I'm in now. And that website was Physical AI, it's called. Guys, I'm just going to double check if I'm actually got the right stream. No, he's not live, is he? Market is waiting. Fear and greed index, though. In extreme fear. Not that you can take the this for gospel and everything, but interesting. Yeah, but Bernardo, I do agree to an extent, but then there's also things where I'm like, oh, it kind of does look good, but I don't want to touch these stocks at the moment. I just think we are in just such, I don't know, it's hard to say. I've just been holding out personally. I don't know what you guys have been doing, but I've just been having the cash waiting for some when everyone else is just panicking and not active in the Discord, let's say, or not really posting their portfolios, or that's when I'm just gonna be greedy and buy. But at the moment, everyone's just like getting in and I don't know, posting all-time high portfolios. And it's just, you could say local top bubble territory, fair play, fair enough. I mean, I didn't think my portfolio was going to go to this, to be honest with you. Not that, well, I knew it would, but like not at this period of time. Yeah, I don't know if I can see SoFi going. I, I don't I don't think it can go any lower than 18. I don't think. Um, AMD. I don't think we see. I don't think we see 150. I hope we will. I'm talking proper correction. Um, I mean, Palantir probably will drop to 100 if not below. Just, do you know what I mean? Everything just changes. The portfolio completely changes then, and then it's like, all these positions are buys, and I want to buy. Um, I didn't, Zach. Trump is late. Ollie, I don't think I'll be approaching. I'll be approaching the SP 500 when um, I sell out of like AMD, SoFi, like, do you know what I mean? Those type of stocks. Um, so maybe 2030, 2029. Once, once I, once the price predictions have got to where I think they can go. I mean, if there's so much more growth to come, or it sounds like in that situation in those years to come, maybe I'll hold on a bit longer, but I don't know. So who's holding Ondus in the stream? Be interesting to know. Put yes if you're holding Ondus, because I know a lot of people are, and they've done very well, very very well. Ethan does. Yeah, no, I do get that dividend down for sure. It's just nice to have those targets to wow, just to go off and see. Because I was having a look at the ones I have for SoFi, and to be honest with you, even buying SoFi at this price, I do like. I'm just being a bit greedy and wanting it to be lower because I've already got a big position in it. Quite a few of you then have Ondus then. Oh, fair play, Zach, for getting into investing at that age. That's mad. Let me put this up. I don't ever really share this, to be honest with you. So AMD. I don't know if it's going to be blurry. Can you see? That's my AMD one. This is one I did beginning of the year or end of last year. And I think this will change a load because the 32 billion in 2025, I mean, they've pretty much they've got that with OpenAI, with the deal that they've agreed with. So they're going to be doing that alone with OpenAI. So these figures, I think, are very low now. So I need to kind of reevaluate it. But I mean, you could still stick with it just in case things obviously don't go as planned or go wrong. You could still stick with this. But yeah, that's what I had up until 2028. Um, uh, and then SoFi. SoFi's. So SoFi, obviously everyone's is different. Everyone's figures are different. And the obviously, like I said, this is what I did a year ago. And then these are the figures I put in for SoFi, with their EPS being 36 cents in 2025. So if they had a P of 40, there'll be $14, and a P of 60, there'll be $22. Then in 2026, if they achieve 65 cents in EPS, which I think they really will, easy, P of 40 or 60, $26 to $39. And the P ratio there, look at 60. If we look at SoFi, I think they're trading at 55, 52 they're trading at. So in between those P ratios, it will be pretty nice. But obviously things can change. That's just what I've done. So don't just go off that. But I don't actually really share that. So people who are watching the lives, you sometimes get some little info like that. Because I share that in my Patreon, like the Discord that I've got there, when I do the live updates and any research I just chuck stuff in there. Because like AMD looks overvalued, but after that deal and the Oracle one, like I don't think it is at all. It just does look like it because of how much it's just ran up, and there's a reason why, because of how good the deal was. Honest, maybe in the invest account, I don't know. I just think there's probably more quality stocks, better stocks out there. It's going to be interesting when I put money into the invest account, because it's like, well, starting from scratch in that sense. So Reese, SoFi's my biggest holding. Fair play. I personally hold about. I like to hold 10% in cash if I can. The main thing for me is just making sure you're earning a lot more than what your expenses are, because then every month, you know, you can afford to put money into the stock market. I mean, okay, Donald Trump is late, isn't he? He is late. Fubo, I've got my predictions, my prices from the management team in the Discord. I don't actually have that one on me, but it is in the Discord. I actually got ChatGPT to write out, like the graphs that I did, instead of going in Google Sheets or whatever. This is before I had my website. I just told it the numbers that I want in it, and it came up with a graph just to visually show me and see. It's actually pretty cool that ChatGPT can do that. So that's a little tip. So yeah, I just got the financials from the management team from Fubo, what they think when Hulu and Fubo come together, when they merge, and if Fubo can trade at a 30 PE, what is the price going to be if they're doing X, Y, and Z, like their revenues, their margins being that, and then what the net income is going to be, and then that's what the EPS is going to be. That's how I've done it. So Yeah, Fubo I've been actually buying a bit, to be fair. I haven't for a while, but I've actually averaged up. Hence why my um. I just realised I'm not showing you the screen. Fubo, I've averaged up. I mean, it's going down and down and down, and doesn't bother me. Like I'll be honest, I buy in here $4.15, but I was also buying. Is it gonna, like there? So I will be up like 150% or whatever because I've averaged up. It's down. But I mean, this isn't going to move until that merger actually probably happens and they start showing us how much money they're generating in the earnings. So I think Fubo. I think people have got such short term mindset of just it's not moving, and like it's not gonna like. Do you know what I mean? You're investing into a company. Things don't always move straight away. Like I mean, don't get me wrong. I know a lot of stocks have recently, and it's given a false reality of what the stock market can be. You just got to be patient. It just gives you time to build a position. That's how I look at it. Obviously, it's you. Neo's a great example, by the way, guys. Is 2021. This was hyped up. Everyone's like, get into it, buy it. You bought up here, let's say, and then you were like going up, and you're like, oh, this is so good. And then it went from 60 all the way down to 30, 40. You're like, I'm gonna buy the dip. This is a massive dip. I'm gonna buy the dip because everyone tells me to buy the dip because you got to buy the dip. Dollar cost average. And then it goes up. You're like, yes, I knew I should have bought the dip. I'm happy I bought the dip. And then it goes down again, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna DCA, buy the dip because it can't go much lower. And then it just went lower, lower, lower. People buying the dip, and then people maybe gave up, maybe sold, or still bag holding from 2021. Still bag holding, still got it, and they're now here and still down. And that is because it was just stupidly overvalued and hyped. And then it got back to the fundamentals of where it's at, and it's still not profitable. So you've also got to be careful you need to make sure you're in the right companies that are actually generating money or looking like they're about to be profitable. That's just something I would say. And I'm no expert at all. I'm learning every day. I'm going to make mistakes. That's the whole point of this channel, and hopefully I can be as transparent as I can and show you the mistakes that I make and help. But that's one massive one in 2021. I'm not in silver actually. I'm not in silver. Is Trump actually going to talk? Is he going to talk? We've got 78 people watching. I appreciate every single one of you. If you could hit the thumbs up, we've got 13 people like the stream. If we can get, I don't know if I'm pushing it, but if we can get 30 likes, that'd be crazy. That'd be really, really cool. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna click off the live chat just so I can see the like thing go up. Got 13 at the moment. If you're watching this, just hit the like button because honestly, it really helps out the channel. It really does. And it also just shows me you do enjoy these streams. So, because I know we've got a few new faces, we've also got people returning, watching these streams. So it's nice to know that people are watching, and I do enjoy doing them, to be fair. So got 26. Nice. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, so the portfolio is down today. And down on the week. Up on the month, up on the 3 months, up on the year. Max is just mad because of Palantir. Yeah, I can't wait for earnings. To be fair, earnings is around the corner. I think Tesla's earnings are soon, right? Let's have a look. 22nd of October, guys. Tesla's earnings are. 32 likes. Appreciate that. Cheers, guys. No, Connor, P ratio isn't. Trust me. If just watch a YouTube video to understand the P ratio. That's the beauty of YouTube. Just type in anything and you'll learn it. Just yeah, yeah. I've seen ASTS. I mean that's another one. I think obviously it's got a load of potential. Could do you really well, but also could lose you a load of money. Um, and it's just something I don't want to take the risk on at the moment because it's not making money, and we don't know when it could be making money. So I just don't want to be in stocks like that. I'm in stocks that aren't making money at the moment, but are on the brink of making money because they've got a nice pattern and it's shown that they look like they're going to become profitable. I'd like to take the chance on that more. Whereas some of these companies are just all over the place with their financials, and it's like, I don't know if I could sleep well at night having a big position in a stock like that. Hi Ben, I'm new to all this and just start learning all I can. I have 10k to start with. You putting that in an index or straight into? So, I mean, I'm probably not the best person to watch because, especially for new people into the stock market, because I hold individual stocks, as you can see. I don't get into the S&P 500. For a minute then I thought I was on 191. I was like, Trump's just spoke. Trump has just said a word. Um, yeah, I just hold individual stocks, and I just feel like I can build my capital quicker. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. We will see. Um, and then I'll rotate into like the S&P 500. That is my plan, which you'll see in years to come, how my portfolio and how my investing changes. If you're new to the stream, look at this. Fear and greed index is 24. We're in extreme fear, which is, I know you can't really go off this, but it's just interesting to see. And I literally thought Trump was meant to be speaking half an hour ago, so we've just been streaming, and I don't even know when he's going to be. I don't know. I'm getting really hungry as well, so I'm like, I'm trying to eat healthy, to be honest, but I'm tempted to just get a takeaway. I've been obsessed with getting Pizza Express pizzas. Not good. I can't say if a stock's a good price to buy or not because it's not fair on me to say that, and it's not fair on you because you'll just be going off my word and thinking it is or it isn't. Like, you should do your own research and look at, do you think it's a good price? And you should think and should know why it could be a good price. Otherwise, you're never going to get better as an investor. So, um, and to do that, you can, obviously there's multiple ways and there's so many ways to do it, but and look into it, and you can develop and layer onto things, but just a fundamental, see what the fund, maybe just see what the management's saying, what revenues are they going to hit, what margins. They might even give you an EPS number, and then put a P ratio of whatever you think the rate of the market of that growth of that company and what sector it is in, and then you'll get a share price spat out of that projections, and you'll be able to see if it's a good price. That's how I do it. There's so many different ways of doing things, and on top of that, you then listen to earnings calls and listen to loads of bits, loads of things to get more information, to see where maybe the TAM is going, where the market's going, how big is that addressable market for that company, what's their competitors, how big are their competitors, what market caps have they got, what market cap has the company that you're looking at got, is there much to grow, are they different, what's their product like, are their revenues growing, are they consistent with the revenue growth, is it up and down or not, what else, yeah, look at the products that they're selling, is that growing. There's a lot to it, obviously, and you've always got to keep up to date. All right, let's actually have a look at some earnings. So we got Tesla on the 22nd. We have got, I think Palantir's November. Is SoFi soon? 28th of October. It's getting there. It's close. Yeah, Amazon looks, so I actually really like the look of Amazon, and it's something that I might consider buying in my invest account. But we'll see. Okay, SoFi, Palantir is November. Yeah, 3rd of November. Fubo will be later. No, 31st of October. Grab, I can't remember. 3rd of November. What other stocks do I hold? AMD, 4th of November. Oh, I can't wait for earnings. That's what I live for. How sad is that? Amazon earnings, 23rd of October. I think they'll be strong, personally. Don't just go off that, but I think personally Amazon's numbers could be strong. It could go to 200, you know. I'm just from looking at briefly, if you go off the technicals, there's support at 200. I'm joking. I don't really know trade. I don't trade. But that is like a bit of a support level, to be honest with you, at 200. So what else do I actually hold? Like a big kind of stock. That's kind of it. Oscar. Of course, Oscar. This one I'm excited to see. I think 2026 is more their year. 2025 is a bit of a year, do you know what I mean? It's 2026, 2027 is the years that I'm looking for more. So 6th of November. Because they want to be profitable again in 2026. I'm like, okay, guys, it's 12:30. Donald Trump, he's gone. You know what? The market's down. Let's just keep it down. And he's gone home. Yeah, no, that's interesting, Nolan, to be fair. Like the S&P 500 is like near all-time highs. Like 2%, you just said 2% from all-time highs, so I'm going off what you're saying, but I know it's pretty much all-time highs. And yeah, extreme fear. It's mad, isn't it, really? Navitas. What's their ticker? What's the ticker symbol? I did trim I took out my like initial investment in Palantir. So yeah, that's what I did, and then yeah, Palantir is going to be my longest holding stock in my life, I reckon. It's just something I'm holding. We're down $5,000. I'm guessing you want to see the earnings, when the earnings is. Oh my. Did they get a contract? I'm looking at the week. But wow. 3rd of November. Yeah, I've not actually. Do you know what? I've not actually looked properly into this company at all. 3 billion as well, market cap. Tell you what, I was wrong about Nike. I mean, short term, you can't, like, I was wrong about Nike for a year. But I think in a few years' time, I don't think I would be wrong about Nike. Like, if you come back in a few years, but maybe I'm wrong. Snapchat, I do want to build a bit of a position in that, I think. But I mean, if the market goes completely down, I would want to take advantage of like SoFi, AMD. Tempted to buy some SoFi just for Hmm. I appreciate that. Thanks. Yeah, AMD 110% mad. No, I'm not in any drone stocks to be honest with you. Um, no, because Ondas is the one people are holding in the Discord. It was mad though, because there's someone in the Discord who bought. He's like, "Oh, sorry if I tanked the stock because I've just bought," and he bought literally, I think, yesterday or the day before, and it's just gone down. I feel so bad, and it's the fact that he jokingly said, "Like, I'm sorry if I nuke the stock," and it's like, "Oh no, he jinxed it," but I'm sure it'll be fine and rebound. Honestly, I'm tempted. So far, I want to buy, but I'm just like, surely we can get cheaper. We can get cheaper. Um, yeah, is he 40 minutes late, or is he actually, or was he meant to come on in now 20 minutes, and I got it wrong? Or is he working on a deal now? He's like, come on, I'm about to talk. Gee, let's do this. Let's pump it. And then imagine they just got like this fucking, I don't know, like, they just start, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm chatting now. Um, while we're waiting, so mine is minus 2.4% my portfolio today. Put in the chat now, what is your return today? Are you down? Are you up? It'd be interesting to know. Oh, you got in at Nike at $59. Nice. No, nice one. No, I agree. 2026 Olympics, USA. Yeah, let me know in the chat. I'm down 2.4%. If I had to get in a new stock right now, hmm. Right, I'll answer that in a minute. We'll wait for, remind me if I forget, but the chat's going through now what people are down. I'll quickly read it out. So, Nolan is 0.4%. Dividend down 1.2%. They're not too bad, down 3%, down 2.1, down 0.2, down 0.83, down would rather not know because you're holding on to, oh god, down 2%, down 0.9, down 2.8, down 2.2, down 0.37. God, it's going quick. Down 1.3, down 0.37, down 9%, down 1.3, down 3, down 9.2, down 1.4, down 0.7. I mean, so, to be fair, some of you guys you're not down that bad. So fair enough, fair play. That's fair enough to be fair. I was actually up today, and then I went down. As you can see, I was up. I was up. I was on 191, and then we fell. Wow, we've been streaming 55 minutes, nearly. Down 0.1%. That's impressive. I mean, I don't know how long Trump's going to be, so I don't know whether to end the stream now. We got 97 people in the stream, which is incredible, which is insane. Like, I honestly appreciate every single one of you watching, and we got 39 likes. Wow, unreal. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna wait. I mean, I thought Trump was gonna be talking at 8:41 minutes ago, and he's just not appeared. So, does anyone say anything on X? Like, just waiting on the president 35 minutes late. mad, isn't it? Can't forget Amazon trading near a 10-year PE low. Is that true? That's very interesting. Can anyone fact check this for me in the stream? Sleepy Don. Thoughts on dividends? I will probably get into dividends later on in my life when I've got the capital, and then rotate into like ETFs and stuff like that. That's what I think I'm going to do. Dozing Donald. BMNR. I haven't really looked into it, but I know everyone's talking about it, and I would just personally rather hold the actual crypto. I use physical AI and also my own website called Investment Edge. They're the two that I use to have a look at stocks, analyze stocks, and then also the investor relations page on the stock that I'm looking at. And then also listen to earnings calls, use X, use Twitter to get a bit of a base. Amazon is something I'd like to, but I'd want to have a bigger position, not a small position in Amazon. Do you know what I mean? Is Amazon cheap because have they like given horrible guidance or something? Because I've not kept up with Amazon as a stock, so have they just given horrible guidance? Is this why, or like I don't know? But this is interesting. This is interesting. Are they buying back their stock? Breaking PayPal or PayPal, as you could say, trading below its 200-day moving average and just fell below its support trend line. If you are into technicals or trading, pretty interesting. That crypto liquidation was insane. It was the worst it's ever been the other day. That was crazy. Oh, AWS growth, has it been slow? Is he live? It says on my screen he's not live, so maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing. I don't know. Trump is here. What? Why am I not got it then? Oh. Yep, he is. Oh, I got the right stream for a start.
Thank you very much. This is very exciting.
Let me know if audio's all good. If it's not good,
I want to thank everybody for being here.
Tell me.
I want to thank this group of people. They're incredible people. We just had a call, as you know, with President Putin. I thought it was a very good call, so we'll talk about it maybe later. But it went very well. We're here today to announce a historic victory for American women, mothers, and families. With the actions I will outline this afternoon will dramatically slash the cost of IVF and the treatment and many of the most common fertility drugs for countless millions of Americans. Prices are going way down, way down. I want to thank Libby Horn, who is the Senior Vice President of Fertility of EMD Serrano. So I want to thank you. Let's see here. That's what I thought. I thought it was you. Thank you, Libby, very much. And let me also thank the Secretary of Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., whose wife destroyed the people on The View yesterday. I have to say that. I'm not going to ever get into an argument with her. And you've decided, you learned that a long time ago, right? She did a great job, actually. Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick. Thank you, Howard. Secretary of Labor Lori Chavez de Rima. Thanks, Lori. Howard, thanks. CMS Administrator Dr. Mehmet Oz, who's a fantastic guy.
Oh, brilliant
It's not
adverts.
crafty. It's your craft.
Marty.
Do you know what the worst thing is? I've actually got
Senator
premium
Katie
on my other
Britt, who got
account.
me started
so
with this whole
just
thing when she
done
called
that.
up to say
Andrew's in the
it was a
stream.
bad ruling by a judge, right? We got to do something, sir, and we did it very quickly. Probably in 24 hours, it was done. Congressman Richard Hudson, a great guy, and his wife Renee. Richard, hi, Richard. And advocate
Guys.
Samantha Bush, who's a very respected person. For years, American.
Sorry, I just realised my Mac's gonna die.
$1,000 can actually go a lot higher than
Gonna have to
that.
get a charger.
And many couples require multiple rounds for a successful pregnancy. A major reason for these high prices is the excessive cost of the drugs involved. The number one fertility drug used in IVF is currently 700%
I'll be
more
back in a minute. I'm
expensive
just
in the
gonna get my
United
charger.
States than the rest of the world. And you know,
I'll leave it
we're
on.
ending all of that. It's called favored nations, and we're ending it, and we're ending it pretty fast. Nobody thought we'd be able to do it, and we've done it. Drugs are going to come down. Drug prices are coming down. 400%, 200%, 600%, numbers that nobody's ever seen before. Great for Medicare, Medicaid, even Social Security. Great for everything, I think, Dr. Oz. So it's something that's, to me, it's very exciting. I'm bugging him and Bobby all the time. How are we doing with that? And we're doing really good, Bobby. Right? It's really going good. Other countries are agreeing to it because if they don't, we put tariffs on them, and then they agree. So it's amazing. It's amazing how that worked out. But as an example, in London, you'd buy a certain drug for $130, and even less than that, I guess $88 as of a count a month ago. And in New York, you pay $1,300 for the same thing. So now we're going to be paying, instead of $1,300, you'll be paying about $150, and they'll be paying $150 too. We're going to pay the same thing. Favored nations. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And we've been ripped off by the whole world for a long period of time. One of the most popular fertility drug regimens costs over $5,000 per cycle, as an example. Wow. Largely as a result of these unsustainable prices, 70% of the employers do not offer insurance that covers IVF. Therefore, most couples with fertility challenges are paying these costs entirely out of their own pockets, which is not really possible to do. Oh, look who we have. Look at that, the great Maria Bartiromo. I didn't know, did you get put into the regular pool pack? That's very good. Yeah, that's good. Nice to see you. I'm doing an interview with her in a little while. In the Trump administration, we want to make it easier for all couples to have babies, raise children, and start the families they've always dreamed about. That's why today I'm pleased to announce that after extensive negotiations, AMD Serrano, the largest fertility drug manufacturer in the world, has agreed to provide massive discounts to all fertility drugs they sell in the United States, including the most popular drug of all, the IVF drug Gonal-F. So it's Gonal-F. Is that a proper pronunciation? Close enough, right? Gonal-F. As part of this agreement, AMD Serrano will list their fertility drugs online at trumprx.gov at very, very heavily reduced prices that you won't even believe. And ultimately, that's because of the favored nations. In addition, the FDA will be working with the company to expedite review and approval of another common fertility IVF drug, and currently it's selling in Europe. It's Pergoveris. And that's a sound nice name. Pergoveris. Why can't you name them nice, simple names? Nice, easy. Doesn't matter. If it works, that's all we care about, right? Upon approval, this drug would directly compete against a much more expensive option that currently has a monopoly in the American market, and this will bring down costs very significantly. And the other one's going to have to come down also. Finally, EMD Serrano has agreed that all future drugs and everything that it develops and sells in the United States will be offset at most favored nation prices. I've been after this for a long time, and we started the process in the last administration, and then we had a little thing called COVID that came up. We had to focus on that, did a good job on that too. And they'll bring a significant portion of their drug manufacturing back to the United States. So they're going to bring it largely back into the United States, and that's for a lot of reasons, but primarily because of the election result, November 5th, and maybe most importantly because of the tariffs, because if they do it here, there are no
I noticed
tariffs.
some of the health stocks are going up.
So we're going to be very close. I think by the end of this year, we're going to be very close to $20 trillion in investment. As an example, the Biden administration had less than $1 trillion, substantially less than $1 trillion for 4 years, Maria. Can you imagine? 4 years, less than one. We're going to break $20 trillion of investment, and we're already over 17 trillion, and that's in 8 months. Can you believe that? And he was at less than 1 trillion. And in addition to that, he had open borders, allowing millions of people to pour in. What an administration that was. Worst president in history, by far. As a result of these actions, the per-cycle cost of drugs used in IVF will fall by an estimated 73% for American consumers, and the numbers are going to actually be very substantially higher as time goes by when it really kicks in. For most of, I mean, think of those numbers. You know, I told the story last time because we were with Pfizer, and Pfizer's doing something very similar. But I told them that my first term, I was so proud of myself because I was the first president in 28 years where drug prices went down for the year. And you know what they went down? 1/8 of 1%. But I was so 1/8 of 1%. Now I'm getting them down, Maria, 500, 600, 800%. In some cases, even more than that. It's hard to believe. But I was proud. I said, oh, wow, I'm the first one. 1/8 of 1%. And I was proud of that. Now I realized, and I called a news conference. Some of you were at that news conference, actually. And I said, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. We've gone down by 1/8 of 1%. And now we're going down 500, 600, 700, 800%, Richard. So it's really something. For most administrations and all of the people involved in this kind of thing, this action would be a crowning achievement of their agenda for fertility health. But for us, it's really just the beginning. It's just the start. It's one of many things we're doing. Today, we're also taking historic steps to vastly expand access to insurance coverage for fertility care, including IVF, something that, as you know, was not covered. Effective immediately, for the first time ever, we will make it legal for companies to offer supplemental insurance plans specifically for fertility. It's never been done before. We're signing it in today with what we sign. Americans will be able to opt in to specialized coverage just as they get vision and dental insurance. They're going to get fertility insurance for the first time. So I don't know. You know, I don't know how well these things are covered. I see the Democrats like to take credit for all of the things we do. We do the things and they take the credit. But I figure if you do enough of these, eventually people are going to figure it out. The Democrats have done nothing. So weird
that it was dropping frames.
This will make all fertility care, including IVF, far more affordable and accessible. And by providing coverage at every step of the way, it will reduce the number of people who ultimately need to resort to IVF because couples will be able to identify and address problems early. The result will be healthier pregnancies, healthier babies, and many more beautiful American children. It's a big factor. It's a big deal. I'm asking all employers to make these new fertility benefit options available to their employees immediately. The initiatives I've just announced are the boldest and most significant actions ever taken by any president to bring the miracle of life into more American homes. And I will say Katie was great. As you know, she's a great senator from Alabama. She's the first one that told me about this. I had not known too much about it, and we worked very rapidly together, didn't we, though? We had everything passed, and Alabama then took care of it and passed it. Within a week, everything was done. Really, it was something. So I want to thank Katie, Brett. There's no deeper happiness and joy of raising children, and now millions of Americans struggling with infertility will have a new chance to share the greatest experience of them all. So I'd like to thank all of the people that are here, and I think we'll start with Dr. Oz and Ms. Horn. We'll go through the list and we'll listen. And yesterday I did this, and I stood for about an hour and a half as people spoke. And I said, this time I'm sitting right there, and I'm going to watch you. I stood for an hour and a half like this. I said, you got to be kidding. Here we go. It was one after another, and it was wonderful listening to them. But I said, if I have to do this every day, Bobby, should I stand or sit? Thank you, Bobby. Please, Dr. Oz.
All right.
Mr. President, I'm going to jump in here real quick.
To be honest with you, I'm probably going to come off the stream. I don't know if you want to watch and listen to the stream, then yeah, go ahead and watch the stream of Trump speaking. I'm sure Amit, he's probably streaming it for sure. So if you want to, you can. But I'm going to probably end off the stream because, I mean, the market's going to close any minute now. It's obviously been a red day. It's not been the best day in the stock market. And I know for some of you guys it's been, well, maybe your first time being in a bit of a down day. Obviously been one day of it being red. And this is what you can expect in the market. And to be honest with you, you can sometimes expect it to be for a whole year. If you just type in Trump speech, you'll find it on YouTube streaming somewhere. But yeah, I mean, it's been a really fun stream, and I appreciate every single one of you guys watching. We had 107 people watching at one point, which was mental. And we've got 46 likes, which is crazy for a stream, to be honest. It's like so much support, to be honest. And yeah, really do appreciate every single one of you watching. I am going to end off the stream, so I don't want to waste any more of your time. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching. And hopefully tomorrow could be a green day. But I'm also, it is what it is. I don't really mind because I've got cash waiting on the side to buy the dips. I didn't buy today. I just still don't want to be buying, really, at this moment in time. Obviously, I did buy some. I bought some Oscar at 17 when it dipped. It's 21 now. I did buy when it was here on that. Well, it was Friday. God, it's gone quick. Nearly a week ago. So, yeah, meaning I've got 4,100 left in cash. So, yeah, but, oh no, I appreciate that. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the streams, and, yeah, no, honestly, I do. It's fun doing the streams, and obviously I won't be doing them every day, because I think it gets repetitive, for you guys to watch, and I think it's just, yeah, but the market's actually finished now, so that's that. It's been a down day on the market. Fear and Greed Index 23. Should I refresh it? Is it going to change? 23. Earnings are coming up. That's going to be exciting to see. And yeah, Amazon is something that I like the look of, to be fair. And a lot of people have mentioned that, and a lot of people are liking it. And earlier on in the stream, we even looked like it's got its lowest PE ratio in the last 10 years or so, which is crazy. But yeah, that's that. Hopefully you've enjoyed. If you haven't as well, follow me on Instagram or TikTok, because I do post on there. And yeah, anyway, I'll see you in the next stream, and have a good rest of your week, because it's nearly the weekend, thank God.